Sulabh, isn't it?
Yes. That is the reason I said if you come there, then you can see.
That all of you live here. I come and go. And my concern is that because it affects
Sulabh toilets, we are already contributing to that.
and you should make that. But he came back and he was telling me he had some adjustment time. But then that doesn't mean the rest of you who are living here
A couple of weeks back, that all the schools were closing for the vehicular traffic regulated.
Everything, all the models and school also, then we will go and meet them.
Right, oh yeah. Namaste, how are you?
Well, thank you for getting the children on a Sunday, but you're celebrating something.
We are celebrating actually New Year.
New Year.
We are celebrating. So from 30
As
Ma'am, I
celebrate both New Year and
Yeah.
early Republic Day.
No, Republic Day we have another.
Republic Day
And
also
this year,
program.
on the Republic Day itself, we have Saraswati
Saraswati
Puja
Puja
also.
also.
On the same day. So we have two celebrations.
It's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
So we are standing in
Training center and Sulabh Sanitation Club. And from the scavenger or from the weaker section. They are given totally free uniform, stationery, everything. Because first, second, so that they can
मेरे लिए ब्लाउज बनाने के लिए कोई नहीं है मैं देखती जाऊँ यहाँ पे and material is also very nice.
And after that, I'm going to do fashion design professional. And that after that, I'm working in fashion industry, noodle industry will do it. And then we'll plan. I want to start my own work or continue with my job.
Oh, excellent. I wish you the very best.
Thank you so
It's New Year, and I wish you all new beginnings are successful and your God prospers your wishes and your plans. It's like lots of times Indian television programs take some of the British programs in here, whether it is music, all those things that we have. One of the things I'm curious about, you have cooking and everything. There's something called sewing bee, which and lots of Indian young people are winning these baking shows. Master Chef, Indian origin young people are winning these shows. Now I want to see eventually an Indian person in the sewing bee competition. The sewing bee competition, because this is a very beautifully made dress, getting into sewing, which doesn't happen anymore. And this is, I'm talking about in a place like UK, sort of engaging with sustainable fashion.
Yes, sustain.
Since you're interested in fashion, think sustainable fashion also. This is very pretty right now. So I know where to come next time I want to shop, yeah?
This is 1 year.
I love my art particularly. So I used to
We
love,
used to love,
the
yeah.
embroidery.
Embroidery and all.
Only thing I didn't learn was knitting. Growing up in Madras, so it's something I'll do for retirement. But retirement, my eyesight might not.
Yeah, now putting the thread in the needle is really a tough time.
even to sew my so even to sew my seam, like stitching these ends when they come out, it's perfectly fine. There was two things which just seam came out. I went to Madras after a long time, which is perhaps your family there. And then I went to see a tailor. He's an interesting character, but we don't have time to tell you all these stories. So you see how important what you're doing is.
Even small mending takes
Yeah. And if your heart is in it, and your vision is in it, like your talent is in it, the point is about you getting the opportunity to do what your heart is in. जोश से आप करोगे, इच्छा से करोगे, और आपको भी ज़्यादा satisfaction मिलेगा उसको करने से, and you do your best, which means your abilities, आपके talent में क्या है, उसको highlight, best is go highlight, and you will do it with real joy. Yeah, God's blessing for you. Okay? So I wish you the very best, and I enjoy interacting like this with real things, yeah? You know, when I was a kid, there was no computer science, okay? When I was in school, there was no computer studies, okay? This was the most important way people were learning to work in doing things faster. You have both now, that's fantastic. Typing and stenography was very important. So I'm really happy to see that iska learn the way ye skill ko we haven't lost it. Huh? Because sometimes like somebody sits with me and is when I'm saying something they're trying to take notes, right? If they knew this, they'd do it faster. Recording तो कर सकते हैं, उसको transcribe करने के लिए time नहीं मिलता है, और उसको ठीक से भी नहीं कर. आजकल तो computer program है, which can also transcribe in places like.
So they can.
Like even doctors, because they can't be walking around with a computer or a recorder when they're going on the patients, right? You want to do SSC is for your high school.
Yes.
And then what do you want to do? High school के बाद क्या करना चाहते हो?
I wanted to work in a court.
In a court. Excellent. Because you need to scribe quite a lot if you're working in a court. Are you studying in school here, as in school?
No, I am graduate.
You finished schooling here. And then you studying, this is until which class here?
No, here this is training center. So after.
Children who are outside in other schools can also come for these things. So which school are you at?
I'm graduated from.
You finished, okay. And you?
मैम अभी तो एक्चुअली में स्टेनोग्राफी का कोर्स उसके बाद ग्रेजुएशन करनी है, अभी मेरी कंप्लीट नहीं है. देन उसके बाद कोर्ट में मैंने अप्लाई करना है, जैसे जज के सामने, मतलब जो स्टेनोग्राफर होता है बैठता है, तो उसके लिए.
Graduation में क्या कर रहे हो?
BA in English.
In English, okay. Which college?
Gargi College.
कॉलेज का नाम सोचना पड़ रहा है क्या?
Gargi College.
और कॉलेज?
Gargi.
गार्गी कॉलेज, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ दिल्ली में है ना? And you?
ये मेरा साइड कोर्स है, क्योंकि मुझे साइकोलॉजी में मास्टर्स भी करनी होती है, तो ऐसा साइड जॉब मैं ऐसे प्रेफर करूँगी. कोर्ट में स्टेनोग्राफर या जहाँ की स्किल हो जिससे एग्जाम देने
साइकोलॉजी करके इस कोर्ट के साथ कैसे मिलता है?
नहीं साइड जॉब, क्योंकि साइकोलॉजी में ओपन से कर रही हूँ.
साइकोलॉजी अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा कोर्स है, उसको छोड़ना, इच्छा है तो छोड़ना,
छोड़ना नहीं,
क्योंकि उसकी बहुत सारी ज़रूरत भी है, क्योंकि आजकल साइकोलॉजी इज़ नॉट स्टैंड अलोन, क्योंकि अंडरस्टैंडिंग इकोनॉमिक्स फ्रॉम साइकोलॉजी, अंडरस्टैंडिंग फाइनेंस फ्रॉम साइकोलॉजी, बिकॉज इट रिलेट्स टू ह्यूमन बिहेवियर, योर प्रोफेशन और ऑक्यूपेशन, है ना? आप ये सीख रहे हो, इसकी फ़ायदा है, पर आपको ड्रीम करने की बहुत ज़रूरी है, फ़ायदा है, पर उसके साथ आपको जो भी ड्रीम है, ड्रीम बिग, या जहाँ क्या करना चाहते हो, यू ड्रीम एंड देन ट्राई टू गो टुवर्ड दैट, या एंड देयर आर सिस्टम्स नाउ. आजकल तो मैकेनिज्म्स हैं, सिस्टम्स हैं, घर में फैसिलिटीज़ नहीं होने से भी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़, वी आर एबल टू क्रिएट मोर अपॉर्चुनिटीज़, सो डू फील फ्री टू don't stop your dreams.
For the school also.
Okay.
So like when the children are having their computer period, they are coming for.
Thanks, Senator. Okay, I'm rushing, so I'm late.
Yeah,
I'm talking
you have to
to
give
teacher आते हैं यहाँ पे beauty treatment करने के लिए. Secret है. आदमी लोग भी आते? No treatment here. आशीष. आप लोग ट्रीटमेंट करोगे? नेक्स्ट टाइम आती हूँ ना, जब मुझे फेशियल चाहिए मैं आती हूँ यहाँ पे, आप लोग
is a group of students from different schools, colleges, cities, states and even countries, and we work on water, sanitation and hygiene in schools. We work on various topics like toilet cleanliness, waste management, water conservation, different games, and through dance, drama and music, where we, the students, come in our free time and make our own sanitary napkins. So I would like to explain you the process of making a sanitary napkin. So ma'am, this is the wood pulp. We grind this wood pulp in this defibrilation machine.
What pulp is it?
Wood pulp.
Wood pulp.
Yes ma'am.
Where do you get it from?
When we get it from softwood trees like pine, fir, spruce. So we get it from there.
Just to add, most of the sanitary napkins and even the diapers are made of this pulp. Because there's a lot of absorption capacity. Please go.
So this is a defibration machine. We grind this wood pulp in this defibration machine for 2 to 3 minutes. After that we weigh it on the weighing scale and we put it into the ices. Then we have the manual pressing machine here where we give the napkin a proper shape, and then we have the sealing machine back there. We wrap it in the non-woven fabric. Then we sterilize it in the UV ray machine and our napkin, yes ma'am. And our napkin is ready.
We get the sanitary napkin here. The next machine we have is sanitary napkin destroyer, where we insert the used sanitary napkin, close it and press the button. Within 10 to 15 minutes, these used sanitary napkins get converted into ashes. The ashes are converted here, collected here, and we throw these ashes, either we flush it in the toilet or we dispose it in the dustbins. And in this way, we manage menstrual hygiene.
How many boys volunteers are here?
There are a number of boys volunteers, but I have managed to bring in some today because it's Sunday.
Yeah.
So if you want to meet them like this.
So they volunteer to work in
Yes,
this as
yes.
well. I'm happy to hear that because it's not just a girl's
Yes,
thing,
yes, yeah.
and they should be sensitized to it and be aware of these things. Now,
Even-
I don't know if Ashish wants to take some for his wife.
And even we
Freshly made.
even we involve the boys to make the sanitary pads also, because menstruation starts with the word MEN.
Yes.
So how can we forget the men? That's
That it is a process of nature. We can't have children if God did create us to have this process. I know it's not easy. I know it's painful, but it is part of nature, and it's a beautiful part of nature. And it's great that you also for the plants are disposing it hygiene case.
Thank you.
Rainwater harvesting and it fills with water. Then it's stored water and it different uses. Rainwater harvesting is the very cheapest method to storing of rainwater. Thank you.
You make this? Who helped you? Very good. Very good.
I am telling you, eruption of volcano. First step, take baking soda in volcano. Second step, take red food color in volcano. Third step, take shampoo in volcano. Fourth step, take vinegar to volcano. Then the volcano erupts due to chemical reaction of baking soda and vinegar. Thank you. During art and craft.
That is true. That is cute. Yeah.
This is a computer project. Here we have on the display the laptop. It's very used to simply add and subtract, multiply and divide. Logo stands for language of graphic oriented. Is a simple language for making turtle move and draw different pictures, pentagon, and various polygons.
How did you make it? कैसे बनाया? It's not clothing. Apple company
किसने help किया?
franchise ले लो. हाँ? Apple से franchise ले लो. Alistair. Show it to Apple. Huh? So who's heard of Alan Turing? Alan Turing का नाम सुना है? Okay, go look it up. Okay, बाद में teacher से पूछो. Alan Turing, he used to do war. He was one of the really innovators of computer systems. And then who has heard of artificial intelligence? सुना है? सुना नहीं है अभी तक? Artificial intelligence will be central to your life. So just words हैं, आप छोटे हो अभी, पर सुनो इसका, क्योंकि आप लोगों का life totally controlled by artificial intelligence. But Alan Turing history से teacher बता देंगे आपको बाद में teacher ने सुना है, okay?
God bless the computer world.
Very good. God bless you all, because your life is going to be governed by computers. Totally managed by computers.
And nothing.
Nothing. You should have your name.
And a warm welcome to Honorable Chairman Sir, guest of the day Honorable Dr. Ruth Kattumuri, Senior Director for the Economic Youth and Sustainable Development Directorate, Commonwealth Secretariat, London, UK. Teachers and all present here. The start of a new year is a new beginning. Year by year, we use this fresh start to resolve to change into a better self. Welcome to our Happy New Year celebrations. Let's take a moment to set our intentions to the year ahead and make a commitment to ourselves and to each other to the most of every day. We hereby begin with a welcome song by the students of class 2nd and 5th.
On this very special day, we're all so very happy to wish and to you say. We gather just so very happy to wish and to you say. Welcome one and all of you to celebrate this wonderful day. We hope to entertain you, make you happy. Come on, babe. So join in the celebration. It's time to all of you to celebrate this wonderful day. We hope to celebrate this wonderful day. We hope to entertain you, make you happy. Come on, so daughter, just for you. Welcome one and all of you to celebrate this wonderful day. We hope to entertain you, make you happy. Come on, babe. Welcome one and all of you to celebrate this wonderful day. We hope to entertain you, make you happy. Come on, babe.
Students promoting national integration, unity in diversity. It is better known as an Indian song, instilling a sense of pride amongst Indians, highlighting India's varied culture.
Yeah.
मैम सामने
एक साथ बच्चों को बुला के करवा दीजिए।
पहले पार्टिसिपेट्स मैम
आ जाओ इधर आ जाओ।
मैम
बेटा स्माइल के साथ। थैंक यू सर।
जाओगे? देखने जाओगे? सब लोग जा रहे हैं। किसके साथ जा रहे हो? पापा के साथ जा रहे हो? हाँ? Really? तो नेक्स्ट बताइए आपके हेडमिस्ट्रेस को कि वो अरेंज करना है और उसके लिए आपको क्या करना है, आपकी जिम्मेदारी भी है, आपको भी मेहनत करना पड़ेगा to be selected to be in the Republic Day parade. Okay? Alright? Ask yourself. Yeah? Basically, I think they are part of our central to our country. Okay, आपको भी वो float में Republic Day में जाना है. Okay? So happy New Year. God bless you for 2020.
When we were starting from this section, Harappan civilization, the very oldest settlement, and basically during that time period, people they used to follow code first system. They used to clean money, they don't have a national flag. They used to sit at the hole and this is their drain, the great part. So great part for fashion very useful, and because we have got a separate tank, so the waste
So have these now.
yeah, we have this facility, and especially in last, it can be like exhibited. So this was the most important here. This person, John Harrington, invented the first flash toilet. So this person was from England and was able to go there. One was reserved for the management and low one was reserved for the employees to show that there was a hierarchy during that time, but like the boss of the boss, not in office, toilet. As you can see, so we had opened with one of the European countries that is from Poland. And during that time period, people they used to follow very unhygienic, a very dirty practice. They used to collect all the human waste, or even you can call the household waste in a bucket. And yeah, exactly. They used to just throw outside on street walking people.
So what are, in India people have been doing, the British and the Europeans were doing that for generations, and then they evolved, they changed. Our change has been a bit later, but this is an example that it's happening.
We were all saying it.
Yeah, and and how human trying to find solutions like palaces or famous houses, where one of the display items would be a bedpan, 1800s. In that house, it's got 4 stories, but no toilet inside the house. Like we never used to have toilets inside the house, because the whole concept of hygiene. If the hygiene is going to cause infection, you don't keep it inside the house. It's not about untouchable. It's about cleanliness, health, and well-being. So it was kept outside when you didn't have systems to clean them, or keep them, make them cleaner, or prevent infection. But of course now it's been modernized, and that house has been bought by Maharashtra government, and it's turned into an big. We must have used just one room in that house, because you would have lodgers, shared rooms. When he was studying at the London School of Economics, he was doing this PhD. He stayed maybe for 1 year, 1912, I think.
Largest Sulabh toilet complex located in Bindeshwar, Maharashtra, and because this is the largest, so like different facilities are being given to the people on day-to-day basis. Like we have WCs are there, we have toilets are there, and many luxurious facilities are being given. And like because this is the largest, so almost on daily basis per day, more than 2 lakh people they are using this complex, because this is just located nearby to a temple. So those people who are visiting the temple.
So this whole thing is basically toilets.
Yeah, toilets and many more facilities, like small cubicles are being made, so many more facilities are given apart from toilets.
That's very good, because
designs in your home. So these are actually different porcelain kind of design, from different countries. So people they use this pot and they just need to put in a showcase for the decorative structure. They just put a hole with the book and they used to shit on it.
I'm talking about evolution as well, and these are all, it's interesting that you've got all these models. So it was very difficult to get toilet paper. It was running out because people were stocking. Like they were worried, they were afraid, so they were just kind of, what's the word, they were buying too many. So people like me who was not bothered about myself, I went there at the end, okay, lockdown's happening, I need and China was trying to sell it at extremely high prices. That's another story. But but that's when I started saying bidet, the French bidet. It's a more hygienic one, it's more sustainable one because you're not cutting trees to do papers. So what I'm seeing in India now is taking that model rather, because my concern is India over 1 billion people. If we go to the Western toilet, we use a lot more water than we use the toilet that we had before, the squat one. We either use less water, it's more hygienic than this one. Because when I first started using this, I hated to sit on it.
Exactly, I can understand.
I tried to stand and squat on it because that's not the way to do it, right? I see signs in toilets in airports saying don't squat, yeah? So I observe these things, I learn, understand these things. So what happened is, I think what India has done, I think I approve this model. You have the toilet possibly, and people are not comfortable using paper, right? We do have that spray thing. It may wet the whole place. What people have to be trained to do, kids can be trained, is to clean up the water when it falls on the ground. But that's a more sustainable model. I'm giving my own
This was in 1960, but officially 1970, because he had, so Dr. Bindeshwar Pathak had two mottos in his life. First motto was that to eradicate the open defecation properly. Secondly, to liberate the scavengers or the untouchable family. So next step, right? The school and the museum, the toilet museum, was established in 1992. So, but this particular museum, as I told you, he started his mission like 53 years ago. This regarding sanitation. That is why he is known as father of sanitation. Education museum. This is for basically for the children also, so that in every detailed manner, in a layman manner, so that they can read by themselves also how water is divided. Because in sanitation, water is a very vital role. So how it's been divided in different sectors with the chart and little bit of description, so that they can get the idea. In India, 89% is reserved for the agriculture workers, then 8% is for municipality, then 2% is for industry, 1% loss. Like loss is like Europe.
Plus agricultural purpose.
Agriculture requires water.
Yeah.
Industry requires a lot of water.
Yeah.
But I don't know if
It's been displayed that 8% for the municipality.
And 2% for industry. Is that correct?
No, actually municipal and domestic both is 30 to 40%.
But you see, your diagram and the thing then are not consistent. You've got agriculture as 89%, whereas your data here says 50 to 60%, 38%. So the diagram and the data.
Yeah, irrigation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, the data below is talking about the loss and efficiency.
Loss
Exactly.
and
Loss of the
Loss of the
in
water,
this.
loss
in
and
this
efficiency.
section. Okay.
This is not regarding this diagram.
so
Yeah.
that's
So like
separate.
from the 89%, how much has been lost? Like only hardly 38% on an average has been
But
used.
even this data, is this really accurate? I don't know, you tell me. Does 89% get used on agriculture and household? And what do you mean by municipality?
Yeah, exactly. It's that way. So that children get more understanding towards, things, attractive things, so that they'll come to
But
know how
then you
much.
see, the thing is water use and water reserve is different meaning.
No, it is a complete difference.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, no. Look, I've done a book on water governance in India, okay? Just published recently, but the project was it's at least 10 years. So that's why I'm interested in the data as well, accuracy of it. And if you're saying, and the children have to know this, so right, okay. But this proportion of that water is wasted or run off. That's what you're saying this information is. Okay? What they use, then I will think
According to my
agriculture
use,
uses 89%.
Okay, it's just
That
that.
title means that to me.
Because I explained in that way.
Yeah.
This is only for reserved for that purpose, but how much has been used has been described over here.
Okay.
That is the difference over here. The per capita availability of water also it's been decreasing day by day due to increase in the population definitely now and then.
And the groundwater level is really going down because
in West Bengal, we find arsenic, right? The chemical in the soil. So that the underground water over there, they say that it's very potable kind, we can easily drink directly. But we don't know how much effect, how many. There are many parameters also to check on the tap water. This is taken from the river and pond. 3
treatment plant is same. So here water is taken from different places, underground water, but treated in that form so that people can afford it. Like this is given on 50 paise after treatment. Like you give the chemical dosing over here, you let it sit over there because the slow sampling project in like 6th, 7th class. So that if I explain that way to the children, they get more attracted towards it, right? So they come to know that if we do, we can purify our water. So that water, it's that like what they read is actually working.
Rapid mixing and 20 micron filter, 10 micron filter, and 5 micron filter and 1 micron filter. And after that, public users this water. But in panchayat level, they are maintaining the plant in just giving 50 paise. They are making their own chain.
But the small corner shop charges a lot more. Is there some way that Sulabh can source?
That would be for the use of the villagers.
Gram panchayat.
Yes, okay. There's inequality. The people who have houses, they have connection, they have timing and stuff. The people who suffer in the cities are the people who are maids, who work for families, okay? They don't even have time पानी पकड़ने के लिए, जब पानी आता है स्ट्रीट लैम्प होता है, पानी पकड़ने के लिए टाइम नहीं होता है।
साउथ दिस ये पानी पकड़ लो, आपका आ गया, इससे ड्रिंकिंग वाटर
क्या बोला क्या?
और आपको आधा घंटा वेट भी करना पड़ता है उसके लिए।
नहीं, मैं क्या पूछ रही हूँ, ये जो आप
this in South, like I have been from Hyderabad and I have completed my studies from Hyderabad. So there they say, watch. No. I have just completed my schooling from Hyderabad. So till 10th I was in Hyderabad. So there watchman used to come and say every house, पानी पकड़ लो पीने वाला. In 2 days it used to come for 1 day.
Exactly. So now because they have to pay a lot more to buy water from the shops. Yeah, sometimes they do. Cannot Sulabh then try and have a system by which you not only rural where the water is needed and the price is 1 rupee or 50 paisa, can also
We have Sulabh water ATM. Yeah, we do.
Nice to meet you. I'm having such a wonderful time.
Oh, thank you. So nice of you.
And very nice of you to come back from wherever you were. From Kolkata.
Oh, yes.
Kolkata. It's really very
Because
nice.
you were coming today, so.
I really appreciate that because he was very persuasive.
Yes.
And I'm just having a wonderful time. And what I like about what you've done is you've touched upon the various components related to sanitation and water.
Right.
It's not just standalone, it's not one alone, but including the school, including the widows program. Yeah. So I think it's fascinating what you've done.
Thank you. Very
And,
You are with me?
Yeah.
Yes, this is
Ashish. I did actually my postdoc.
So we have a Dr. Tata postdoctoral fellowship, which was at the London School of Economics, which was set up about 20 years ago, 25 years ago. So it's a funded project. So we have applications and then we were successful in
2021.
Yeah, 2021 we chose him, but he couldn't obviously come because of COVID. So he came in 2022.
Came back in December actually.
Okay.
Ask him what he's doing. He works for the Ministry of Finance. And he works in social protection, which is all important for him to also
Understand and see. Yeah, it's working really inspiring, sir. We during our college days and other things, we read a lot about Sulabh and about you. It's really inspiring to meet you in presence and having understand.
We are grateful and thankful that you have come here. That's right.
Please, I'm very delighted to be here.
And they also asked me also to come to school. But they did not tell me, so I thought, okay, you will.
They didn't want to tire you. You should be tired.
No, I'm not tired.
He's going to see again that.
So they are asking for a photograph.
Good, you should. Are you
So-
going and then coming back?
Yeah, we have a round now. Another half an hour round,
Yes,
and
it's
that's
such a
it.
pleasure. I love this blue.
Oh, thank you. So nice of you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Uncle, why we call not heavy? Really 7 to 8%. But you can call it black gold.
That because you need it for agriculture.
Yeah, it contains nitrogen, phosphate, and potash.
You need it for so many things.
Yeah. So after another advantage of this one, but here you can save water up to 80-85. Because 1 liter water is always in next decade. It is flooded. So you can save.
Which don't you take up too much water.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying some of the models are good, but we need innovative local solutions.
Yeah, this is yeah, and this requires just 1.5 liter of water.
We have so many people.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, but even all the waste on the toilet, what is it?
Plus, this is same thing in local area. People can use that.
At the corner, it's a pink stick.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's the bacteria.
Yeah, we have isolated from wastewater and making it culture and then inoculating the roots of the plants so that they can get enhanced amount of nutrient for their growth.
I always enjoy it.
The pink color bacteria strain at the corner.
They take away from here and they put art.
These are artists.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is just for motivation to your education. And madam, also the model, same model. And the basic idea of this theory idea is we go 5 miles peripheral area में put this है. Just go to 1.5. He said, okay, why you not put meter value? वो आपसे बड़ी लिखा सवाल करेंगे. Can you just put a bucket here? Bucket is the indicator. Somebody is
It's good. I mean, trying to find solutions.
Shun for each and every one. Each and every house. One another.
My question was about the states. Now, is it operating in all these districts?
No, we are in Tamil Nadu. We are operating in 5-6 districts.
So I grew up close to Chennai. So I grew up in that area. I was a school member. This is Hon'ble. My aunt was working as a head nurse in Hon'ble. You know, my father's sister, right?
और यहाँ जो ये बना हुआ
It's painted. Now look, that's quite perfect.
नहीं, एक सीमेंट है और this is for tourist and the basic idea is that each and every house should have a toilet.
Yeah. Does the school, what sort of toilet does the school have?
Total human waste of the public toilet first come to inlet chamber, by gravity come to biogas digestion, fermentation takes place, and for fermentation,
This is in the ground, agricultural waste. I've seen them in Karnataka, for example. They'll be massive. They'll be massive. But this is more efficient. It can fit anywhere. This is not bad.
अब जैसे total human waste come here and we have to gas order.
You're hearing my Hindi. You find it surprising. क्योंकि मद्रासी इसको मद्रासी accent है. Which is carried. This is what is carrying the water.
Electricity supply.
Technology has advanced so much that we are able to transmit this, and you know the benefits it has for women cooking in the better gas, biogas.
I will show you this.
I have seen that in Karnataka many years ago. So the point alone is
We take this water. मैन्यूर तो हम बाद में निकालते हैं. This is water.
पानी मिला हुआ है, ग्रास को थोड़ा सा पानी चाहिए।
प्लान के लिए तो आप कोई भी नहीं बस या ये गैस ये डायरेक्टली इल्यूमिनेशन कैपेसिटी जो है 40 वाट बल्ब की इक्विवेलेंट 40 वाट
जरूरत नहीं है।
इसके वजह से it doesn't pollution कम होता है। You know something about methane? You know in US and Europe signed up to kind of because it's about this environmental.
34% carbon dioxide and more
short number.
हमारा जो नहीं इसकी मोड्स देखेंगे ये जो है मच बिगर हॉल वर्ल्ड करने के लिए
मैंने पापड़ पता नहीं कितने साल से नहीं बनाया है।
नहीं ये तो बनाना ही पड़ता है।
Ashish, this is for you. That's cool.
जी आप
के साथ खाएंगे उनके साथ ये बना कभी ले लेते हैं। हाँ ये खाएंगे आप ले वेरी नाइस थैंक यू।
And you press W button.
How do I stop?
कहाँ गए? Repeat 1 liter.
That is very good. The minute you see a doctor trying to take your BP, it goes up. Okay. This is our health center, which is basically attached to the toilet. They can. That is the reason it's on the main road, so that it is accessible to all. And basically what we are doing is trying to help you with the health hygiene. Also we see the benefit. Is that this treats everything? No, it does not. It's not? It does not. That's why it's very interesting for me to hear you say that this is very clear. Yeah. This is what we are addressing. We have our strengths, we have our limitations also. That is very important. I'm really pleased to hear you communicating that because there's always some misunderstanding, miscommunication. So what happened during COVID? Did lots of people come?
Yeah, in fact, COVID we had the concentrators. Then the government of India, they had the Directorate of Homeopathy. They suggested under the guidance and all, a homeopathic preventive medicine was worked out, genus epidemicus sort of thing, which was like distributed. So we distributed to almost 20,000 people here. Our team, they went out, they distributed those medicines along with the other things.
Where was it manufactured?
It was manufactured in the homeopathic companies, SBN and all, so we procured them from there, and we were working throughout COVID, taking all the precautions definitely, but we distributed those medicines, plus pre-COVID and post-COVID. Post-COVID still people are coming, like people, their immunity have gone down, too many coughs and colds are there, so many people come and tell us, we have never been well since we cannot be treated. How many painkillers, how many things can they take?
Which could be just a faction. Some of it could be real. Some of it could be assumed, even if it's a regular contact.
See, even if it is assumed, instead of taking, tranquilizers and sleeping medicines, at least this is better. Whatever symptoms you are there.
Pollution.
Are you seeing anything or do you have treatments?
See, initially the coughs and colds, they used to respond in 2 to 3 days. Many a times you take steam, you take precaution, the infection is there, the virus is there, it was self-limiting. But now if you don't give proper medication, if you don't take proper care, secondary infection sets. And that leads to so many. Now it can be pollution, that is one of the factors. It can be stresses, strains, diet, so many factors are there. Thank you
so much.
They must show you the picture. वो picture दिखा आपको? और जो with the in the India map.
Oh yes, yes. You also
It was
will
just
be
so
very
nice.
One.
Thank you. That smells good.
यहाँ गुलाब 2 मिलते हैं, एक गंध वाले, सुगंध वाले, और बिना गंध वाले,
और एक रंग वाले.
Oh yes. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir. जी मैम.
And now in 23 universities, to be taught sociology of sanitation. Available and graduation.
We have a Center for International Inequalities Institute.
Okay.
And
You see over there. Sanitation. Right.
it's about you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You've written it.
Yeah, I will do.
That is so kind.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
तो उन्होंने कहा कि मुझे डॉक्टर मुर्तज़ा को दे दीजिए, तो हमने कहा कि आप दे दीजिए। आपको तो आदमी चाहिए, हम कहेंगे ना ये नहीं जाएंगे, तो दूसरा सवाल करेगा, फिर आपको सवाल करना है, बेटे कि मेरा आदमी रहे हटकों में, आपने सोचा समझा तो था क्या दिया वहाँ भी रहे।
या फिर वापस अप्रैल 2016
तो एक के थे, हमने कहा अब सोचने से तरीका told that you got job, so why not doing that? So still I remember, she went inside, but on her own, she asked her, "तुमको नौकरी मिल गई है क्या दादी?" Done.
In touch with real life. And I'll give you a new version now, a different version now. At the hotel, I've been staying there every time I come for the last 18, 19 years. So there are people who have money, 60% of them, the guests, they did not survive COVID. Because mentally, their reliance was on money.
They do not remember who was the person. But if he gave money for his family,
Yes.
what will he give? They say that
Since you're talking about family, this is another story which was read in the village.
okay.
What he said was, paisa hard thing, because not wasting money.
वो ही ध्यान रखा चलो बोलिए
Our